If I had a space like Brixies, every single month there'd be another UCS set. Oh, we can't get into the fun test. We do have almost like a Snow Trooper panel in the inside, and you can see with the legs what I mean about the black top half, not dual molded, only white legs. And then we've got some sort of Karma, maybe a jacket, but it is printed on like some sort of Karma. Could have had a white cloth piece, even if it is a jacket. Yeah, it's interesting. No hairpiece coming out of the helmet either, just a regular black cap. Oh, it's the Death Star logo. I don't think we've seen that yet. Definitely better than Dedra's legs, yeah. Can't wait to be opening those. The minifigure ain't half bad. I just wish we got this guy in a battle pack. There's, I think, 5 of them in the trailer. We could have got at least 2 variations and then like the old Rebel pack, swap them up. We need more Imperial battle packs. Throw in a Mud Trooper, an ISB agent, a Mud Trooper, a Stormtrooper, and maybe an Imperial official in the black uniform. I think that would make a really cool battle pack. Then we're getting 4 more Imperial Troopers, and if we want more, especially if they throw in a Mud Trooper, we'll probably be picking up handfuls of them. As far as U-Wings being built, I've seen no images of the actual U-Wing themselves being built, which isn't much a surprise. That's what LAN members are for. But I have seen everyone not complaining, but saying how they've got 2 Andor hair pieces, which I just got 2 Andor hair pieces. This doesn't normally happen. Did they think one of them is a hat? Is Andor wearing a wig? He wears wigs. Does he go bald at some point? Is that going to be a plot twist? Andor's not actually Andor. Andor's another rebel. We get up to the finale. Andor gets shot. It's then revealed that Andor is Bix in disguise, pulls off the wig, and then Andor steps out. I don't know. I don't think my mind could take this. This is the reason we're getting 2. If we grab the spare hairpiece and put it on our ISB officer, now the ISB officer has hair. It's an old city hairpiece that LEGO have been using. I would say that might be a flash forward. Andor's got to survive because of Rogue One. It might be for the ISB agent. We'll leave it next to him just in case. And I'm curious to see if the 4 clips, we've got 4 characters. K2's definitely got to have a blaster. And we got 4 clips on the inside here, probably to support the doors, but also for blasters. Maybe. Let's keep building and find out. We've got a Dead Ramiro. We'll take a look at in the set. The reason I show it off on camera, you can see it better on the camera than I can in person. Tantive stood out a bit in person. On camera, that was terrible. And you might be able to zoom in on YouTube, maybe see a little difference. But I'm going to have to take a colour picker at that. I can't see any difference on screen of the U-Wing wing. And whilst we're here, we didn't look at Dedra. Look at Dedra. These are black legs, not dual molded. I would have liked them to be dual molded because the coat goes all the way around the back of the legs. So black legs does stand out. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. It's so much better. Props to LEGO. Bravo, LEGO. Round of applause for LEGO, because it's been something that LEGO have been stressed about. We as fans have been complaining in general about this for so long, and LEGO have been trying. They keep saying they're trying. They're trying to work with different colors. They're trying to work with, you know, different printing processes. They've doubled up certain prints. That leads to more errors. And finally, LEGO might be on something here. The old one's got a bit more weight to it. Maybe once we've built this, this will be a little heavier. I don't know where the weight of the old one comes. Maybe it's because there's so much Technic. This is being held much like my troop, my first order troop transport, held together with a lot of the brackets. You could, in theory, hollow out the entire build. All the bricks in the middle could go, and you could hold this together purely with the brackets. You can definitely hollow out the interior, and that's where we're going to get the space for Andor's seats. I'm going to be coming back to this once we've built it and getting 2. I think we can fit 2 minifigures in there with the brackets. It won't be easy, but I think we can push 2, especially someone like Andor and K2SO, because K2SO is a droid, easy to fit in a 2 space gap. Andor needs 3 studs. Okay, LEGO have some explaining here. I thought that this engine would be the opposite to this engine, But if you look at it, and if we pop this off, oh, okay, we're not going to pop this off. It's the same way. We've got the yellow Technic beams on the other side, and the only difference is this edge, and I guess a bit of the middle. Maybe it's different enough to warrant it being separate instructions. I'm not convinced. Lego haven't convinced me. We could get away with it. I love these Commando legs. They're the same as the Imperial Commando. Nice thick. Same as the B2s, actually. They're the B2 legs as well. But look at that arm printing on K2SO. All right, Lego. I'm going to hold you to that. I don't want no excuses. Oh, we can't print on the side of droids. K2SO. Rogue One had it as well. The Rogue One minifigure. And I'm sure we're going to get 2 extra arms. Lovely. I wonder if you could repurpose this into a SME, SM33 from Skeleton Crew. Because you could swap out these legs for just regular droid legs. I think that would give the limp of the character. And there is the Imperial logo. I suppose you'd have to rub off. And one of the eyes. Is it worth it? Why did we get Hyang as a minifigure and we got K2SO as a droid? That makes no sense. We got Grievous as a minifigure in the latest Fortnite update. Why didn't we get K2SO as a minifigure? We already have K2SO as a droid. Slap on some Woody length legs from Toy Story. And I think K2SO would make a pretty cool minifigure to get. Maybe this is why we've got that second hairpiece for Andor. It's not for the ISB Trooper. The hairpiece is actually for K2SO. Rocking that wig. Look at this. Now K2SO is looking fabulous. This is why we got the extra hairpiece. Finally, a K2SO for the same price on Bricklink. This is a K2SO set, isn't it? We get a free U-Wing, which, you know, it's crazy how much K2SO goes for. Right, there we go. A nice little interior window. It's a shame we're looking through to a black plate. Could they not fit the minifigures sitting down here? And then we've got the heads poking up. Surely we're going to have to modify this quite a bit. But I'm liking the bottom of this. Looks so much better than the first U-Wing. We'll bring it out in just a second. With the little storage container on the inside. 2 plates and a tile on top. Really? Why didn't we get one of the little 2x2 like Imperial crates? Maybe that would work with this scene. So the U-Wing's in. But we didn't get even the unmarked crate. We just got 2 plates and a tile. Which, yeah, I don't know how. And then look at the back. So, out of all these sets, we're building Ahsoka's Eater this time next week. Might be the Saturday set. We might build it a little earlier. We've then got the ARC 170, which we have built. The U-Wing's just been built. Chopper's on the wish list for sure. We're probably not going to get Grogu, but we are building that massive Grogu. I'm alright with the engines. I thought this looked silly. The contrast from thick to thin and not that little step in the middle. I'm actually all right with it, but you can make quite a simple modification. Get a little close up of this so you can see exactly what I'm doing. If you do want to make these modifications at home, I'm going to be popping off this long bit of the engine. Removing 2 of the bricks. We're going to want 3 plates per engine. And this brick from the Onyx Cinder. And then we've got 1 plate on the bottom here of this giant brick. So then we can stack up the 3x3 and another 2x2. There we go. And then on top of that, you know, equip the rest of the engines. That just helps to make it look a bit more like the engines, you know, give it that little step down at the back. Actually, Lego's engines look terrible. I think this looks amazing. Lego's engines do not look terrible, but they don't look as good as this. So we're going to be doing this to all 4 engines. This looks a lot more like the old engines. Let me get them. Yeah, the doors are so fragile on this. I don't know if you can hear it popping. Look at the size difference of it. So it's 2 to 4 studs, is it? The cockpit is 2 studs wider in the old one, and the wings are 1 stud wider. So it's quite wider, but in terms of length, we've got about 4 studs less. So it's 4 studs smaller in every direction, but it's proportionally a lot better size. The wings are they're about 75% as thin as the original, Despite the cockpit not shrinking too much, big fan of these wedges on the side. And I think the best change actually comes with the engines. The old engines, they were old. I like these brick built engines. Unless there's a reason to use these Technic panels, I don't want to see them. I don't. And it's smart the way they've got that little dagger, little hammer tool in the top here. But I like the engines on the new one better. I don't think the engines are too different in size. The engines are actually longer on the newer one. Well, they don't look it, do they? And then we've got the ramp, which would be nice if we got some landing gear. The big take that some of you might prefer from the original U-Wing is going to be the fact that those doors slide open. Jedi or Sith? Ooh, dark side has cookies. Gotta go with the dark side. I'm a fan of this door action. I did mod the gunship doors as well, so we had 2 doors on that. Technic isn't the way. You could definitely do this with Technic, but I think the angle of this U-Wing door, I like it too much to replace with the moving door. For a Lego ship, especially something like a mock, if you did want to display this, you can always pop off the double ball joints. They should exist. I've used them in mocks because they make it so much stronger, but they're so hard to pull apart. If you did want to modify this for a mock, you can always clip the door back here and have that open. There we go. So for landing gear, I think all we need is we need a strong base. So I think I'm going to go with 4 of these 1x2 plates, just like that. And then that should give us enough room on top to then clip there you go. As you can see, there's a little ramp down now. I think that looks better than before. I don't think the landing gear takes away too much from this. It's an easy modification to make. We can open the wings on this as well. Wingspan feels pretty good. Gotta be shorter than this one. There we go. Oh, try not to stab myself with it. Let's line that up. Yeah, it's pretty decent. This is like if you took the new one and scaled it up. Resolution is not there. The quality of it goes down, but the size goes bigger. It feels a lot heavier. I think it's the Technic on the inside. The biggest extent of Technic we've got with this new U-Wing is connecting the engines. The engines are brick built. The ship is brick built. There's no Technic on the inside. No, absolutely no Technic on the inside. The original U-Wing gets a 6. A solid 6. Nowhere below a 6. Maybe if I had the right colours and minifigures, it'll push like a 6.57. The new U-Wing, it looks so good. There's a few improvements. Engines, the fact that we did that straight away doesn't get a 10. Strips the 10 straight away. But I think it's a solid 8. Fix that cockpit. That's 1 piece deducted. Engines, another point deduction. Perfect. This side, perfect. The door mechanism. The door mechanism might deduct an extra point for you. I fit some landing gear on it. Maybe that should be another point deduction. I think I'm going to stick with an 8 and a 6. I think they're solid. But I do prefer the new one. It's shocking how much I prefer it. I like the fact we've got that little mechanism that pushes the cockpit up on both of them. The old one had it both sides. The new one only has it on the left-hand side. And that helps as well if you are swooshing around. Say we've got multiple U-Wings here. You've got this U-Wing flying in and you need to get the minifigure out of this, but your hand's filled, or you're a part of LAN. You've got the camera in one hand and you're trying to get the cockpit out and you don't realize you can use your finger to pull it up. You push it through and there you go, you can free the minifigure. This one modification definitely raises it from an 8 to a 9. And if they fix the cockpit, the fact that Andor's chilling. Why is Andor laying down? We've got the Empire to take down. No time for rests. It's odd they didn't knock that through for such a small ship. And the fact that the U-Wing is one entire build. It's a bit similar to the cockpit of the Mantis. The Mantis in a £60 set. But I do like this brand new U-Wing. And it will be replacing this older U-Wing on the shelf behind me. There wasn't a lot of play features, but something they shared right at the top was the flick fire system. We've got some flick fires here. I'm going to regret putting these in because I'm going to end up losing them. But the flick fire goes in and then we lock the button up the top. You press them in and the blaster pops out the front. I like that mechanism. And how they have it on this is a bit more secure than the last one, fairly similar though. Did I see the alternate build of the U-Wing as the Stinger Mantis? I haven't. Maybe that's something we'll have to explore here. If you want K2SO, it's worth picking up this bonus ship. K2SO, Lego Star Wars K2SO with this awesome giant side build. It's UCS Lamp all over again. I'm happy I picked up this set day one. It's worth the full price, even better if you can get this in a discount. Yeah, few modifications. Keep an eye out. I will be coming back to fix this cockpit at some point. Spontaneously, I'll just pop up with the U-Wing modified, and I don't think I'll be sharing instructions, but I'll definitely let you know how I do it.